Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Just Be True channel. I cannot tell you how excited I am for you to be here today. And today we're going to talk about something that we all face at one point or another is uncertainty and being able to stay positive during times of uncertainty, whether it's about your work, relationships, or just life in general, right? Those looming unknowns, can leave us feeling stressed, anxious. Let's face it, like some of us can even feel a little lost, right? You can feel overwhelmed. But there is some good news to all of this is one, you're not alone and you can, absolutely, you can stay positive when life feels like it's out of control. And believe me, I know firsthand. I've been experiencing it since April now, for sure, actually longer than that. So I used to, I own this channel. I have a website and I have a business. I'm doing this full time now. But up until April, um, I've been in a career for 20 something years for the federal government. And I was laid off just like hundreds, many thousands of others of us were. We call it that we got dozed per se. And believe you me, like, there's been uncertainty, like not knowing where things are going to land, not knowing how things are going to work out, but what I was able to find is I was able to find peace during these times and relying on the fact that I know that I'm going to be guided to where I need to be and do what I need to do. And that the universe has my back and I am safe and I'm going to be okay, right? So regardless of what you're going through, the most important thing for you to hone in and bring in is that it's going to be okay. It's absolutely going to be okay. The second thing I want you to do is give yourself permission to feel. Feeling lost or uncertainty doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're not doing something right. Guess what? It means you're human. Right? So allow yourself to feel those feelings. It's okay to feel them. The more that you step into feeling your emotions, accepting your emotions for what they are, and then releasing those emotions, the easier it is to move through life. And there's nothing wrong with the emotions. But what's important is to acknowledge them and move through those emotions, right? So we don't want to stuff them. We don't want to stuff them away. We don't want to sweep them under a rug. We don't want to bury them somewhere deep and forget about them. We want to bring those emotions to life, move through those emotions of however that's best suited for you, and allow it to release and let go, right? So as we're doing this, take a pause, take a deep breath in and release it slowly. Remind yourself it's okay to not have all the answers right now. Think of this. Seasons shift, storms come and go, but they don't last forever. And you won't. And you don't have to feel stuck forever either. Like, this is too going to pass. So keeping that in your mind and your heart is going to be important, right? When you acknowledge on how you feel, you soften the grip of that uncertainty that it has on you, like the unknowing, the uncertainty, the stress. You soften that grip. And that's the first step towards letting it go, allowing that inner light of possibility to start shining again, right? And bringing that in and guiding you through the way, right? So allow that inner light of possibilities, positivities, knowing things are going to be okay. allow that inner light to come in and to be your lighthouse and your guiding light on a path forward. And continuing to move forward with your thoughts, with your thinking, with your actions, right? Until things start falling into place again. So I will say that there's no wrong way and there's no right way really to move through things. You just have to follow your own instincts, do what feels right for you. The most important thing is to not give up, is to keep moving forward and to keep taking action, right? Next, you can focus on control. You can bring yourself back to the present moment. That's just a simple breathing in, breathing out. What's happening right here in this moment, right? I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm breathing in and breathing out. You're listening to this, you're taking it in, maybe taking some notes, but clicking with whatever resonates for you and what's being said. But bring yourself back to the present moment and ask yourself, what tiny step can I take today to feel more in control, to feel more relaxed and more at ease in the current situation? It could be straightening up your desk, right? To make sure everything's in place and everything's taken care of and easily organized. It could be cleaning out a closet, getting rid of some things that you haven't worn or used in years. It could be journaling your thoughts. Journaling helps us sometimes unhide some emotions that we're afraid of acknowledging and bringing to the surface. It could be simply doing nothing but focusing on your breath, right? Simple as just focusing on your breath, right? Another great thing to do is to get grounded. Whatever you use for grounding yourself, taking a walk in nature, going outside and being with nature, right? That can help root yourself into the present, grounding that uncertainty, right? So, because it'll give you the power to know, realizing stepping outside, being in nature and realizing we are all of one. We are all connected and all of one. That doesn't just mean me and you. That means the trees and the flowers and the clouds and everything that we experience. We are all one. We are all here to do this together. Let go of the what ifs. It's more about what's now versus what ifs. What ifs is in the future. What ifs we have no control over. What ifs do not serve us at all. We're going to focus on the what nows. What are we experiencing right now in this moment? I'm going to tell you, I have a window sitting in front of me and I absolutely love it. I've set out several bird feeders and I'll sit here on those tough days and I will look out and I will watch the birds, all the different kind of species of birds that come by, and I will watch them enjoying the food that's been laid out for them. To me, that gives me gratitude. It takes me to the moment and realizing how simple life can actually be. So it's taking in the small things. Wow, the small things, when you appreciate and show gratitude to the small things, it creates space for the bigger things, for clarity down the road. I can be sitting here watching a bird, snacking on some of the food that I have out there. I'm funny because there's one kind of hanging on upside down from the bird feeder, eating the cake, the bird cake, that I have in there. And it's having gratitude for the small things opens us up to bring in those bigger gratitudes. So making that mental space, that heart space for gratitude is going to be so helpful. Not only do I try to throw in little gratitudes throughout the day, That's the first thing. That's the first thing I do every morning when I awake, and it's the last thing I do every night before I go to sleep. And show gratitude for my days. And that helps so much. It kind of like does a mental reset button, right? To help us focus on one thing and focus on our gratitude versus what we're lacking, what our lacks are, what our worries are, what things are outside of our ability to manage, right? So try that, right? I mean, no matter how small, that gratitude could be. It could be a text message from someone that you haven't heard from for a while. It could be a sip on that warm tea or hot coffee. I love tea. Or it could be sitting in a window watching your birds. Or I'm going to tell you, last night I was driving home and the moon was so gorgeous last night. It was behind the clouds and there was some dark clouds in front of it and then some lighter clouds, and it just lit up behind those clouds, and it was just so amazing and so beautiful, right? Did I worry about what else was going on? No, I enjoyed the vision of the moon last night for what it was giving us. So definitely include some daily practice of gratitude. I promise it will shift your mindset. It will invite calm and positivity into the chaos, and it will make you feel so much better. It'll literally change your life. I mean, it's changed mine, right? Next thing I would say is surround yourself with things that uplift you. Turn on some of your favorite music, right? And feel it and bob your head, tap your feet, clap your hands, move your body, whatever you do, right? Music is a great way to get the energy moving and make you feel uplifted, right? Connect with people who inspire you and encourage you, right? Listen to empowering podcasts, read uplifting books, or even create a positivity playlist, right, of your songs, right? So if I were to do a positivity playlist of my songs, it would be some of my favorite songs, but then I would probably throw in a few of my favorite quotes that I've heard over the years that just kind of bring inspiration. Even a simple phrases, you got this, right? Go out there and conquer the world. The world is your oyster. Make the most of it. Right? Some of my favorite songs. Oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you, I like Fleetwood Mac. So I probably listen to a few of their songs. I was brought up in the 80s. So, I do like some Ozzy, believe it or not. I like some good Ozzy. Meatloaf. Oh, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights is a really great song that kind of gets me moving. And the reason why is because when I was a teenager, me and my best friend, we knew that song by heart, and we would sing it to the top of our lungs, probably screaming it sometimes. Those memories of that, right? And you having fun brings going back to pleasant memories. Song is a great way to bring back those pleasant memories. So dive into those playlists. Plus some you haven't heard in 20, 30 years. You'll be amazed at how it can be make you feel good and bring back some of those good memories, right? You can also include spiritual practices that you may have, so whether that's meditation, whether it's journaling, whether it's channeling for yourself, whatever it is, bring in your spiritual practices, right? And use those to help center yourself and make you feel more grounded and more connected, right? Guided visualizations is really good for that. If you don't do well on meditating on your own, you can always do guided meditations. Meditations don't have to be they don't have to be quiet and silent. They can be with a soft music. They could be with crystal sound bowls, or even the Tibetan bowls is fine, and they can also be guided, right? And what this does is help connect you to your higher self. And when you're connected to your higher self, it allows for reflection, right? So work on some reflection practices as well. All great things, right? And let me tell you, most importantly of all, you don't have to do this alone. You don't. You have a community out there, that you can connect with and you can tap into. You have people, you have friends, you have loved ones. And I'm going to tell you, if you feel that you don't have anybody, go and find your tribe. I'm telling you, go and find your tribe. Find like-minded people that are in the space that you want to be and go and connect with them, right? You've got to go out and find them, though. Sitting at home behind closed doors, your tribe's not going to come to you and come knocking on your door and say, hey, where have you been? We've been looking for you. No, you're going to have to go to them. What you're going to say is, wow, you've been here the whole time and I've been looking for you everywhere else but here, right? So go find your tribe. Find those people that you connect with. Find those people that are doing the same thing that you want to do, right? And connect with them. Build relationships with them. Network and learn more, right? I mean, I know it can be tough, and the more people you have around you to help you through all the light, all the curveballs that come through life, all the ups and downs that come through life, the easier it's going to be to move through those, right? I know life can feel heavy, and I hope that these tips have given you some things to think about, right? A guide to move you out of the storm, per se, and into the light. Remember that uncertainty is a part of life's, it's part of our lives' ebbs and flows, our ups and downs. And you have the power to ride through this with grace, strength, and yes, even a little positivity, right? So this is what I say, now it's your turn. Share your favorite strategies for staying positive during uncertainty, right? Leave it in the comments below. Would love to hear what you have to say, right? Keep your light shining. And who knows, you might just inspire someone else one day to do the same. If you found this video helpful, I say give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe so you can keep up to date on more of our videos as we come. And I say thank you for joining. Stay positive. Find your tribe, right? They're looking for you too.